Greetings, my friends. Welcome from south of New Jersey. I am at the NJMP newly repaved Thunderbolt track, a track that I consider my home track because this is really where I started my HPDE adventures, if you will. I started with my Volvo S60R, then tracked my F80 M3 here, then my 991 Cayman S, and now I'm here with my 991.2 Carrera T for the first time in this car. And obviously this is a new experience. Also, the new experience is the newly repaved track, as I mentioned earlier, which right off the bat feels pretty cool. It's amazing how much of a difference new pavement makes. Now, what I have to be really careful about is that at the start of the session, it's 48 degrees out. 48 degrees and cold tires could be quite dangerous, because when you think about it, cold tires are like glass below a certain temperature, especially, you know, summer tires. So it takes them a while, a couple of laps, to gradually heat up to a compound that's track worthy. So for the first couple of laps, we're gonna take it easy, but also for the first couple of laps, I'll remind myself of the lines that I used to take here, because again, some of the lines that we'll be taking here will be different in a 911 versus the BMW that I had. First lap, by the way, is under a yellow flag, and yes, it is cold. It is very cold. Also, we'll take our time to warm up the brakes as well. I still feel the car being a little squirmy, just like at Lime Rock. If you follow my other video, I'm running the same tires, so Michelin Pilot Sport 4S. Great tires for daily driving. Not so great for the track when you really push it. Although on a day like this, I feel like I'm winning with tires like these, because they're not as unforgiving as our compounds. So I'm not gonna make this video very long for you. I just wanted to share my experience of taking my 911 onto this track, because as I mentioned in my previous videos, the feel of a 911 is completely different from the feel of the BMW, and also from the feel of a Cayman that I drove here. Cayman was a lot more snappier. Yes, it's a mid-engine configuration, but to me it was kind of hard. Not hard, but it was it could be a little unpredictable at the limit, where it's hard to kind of keep it in place. I know it's probably a driver error. It was easier with the BMW because it's a longer chassis, so even if your back steps out, you can really manage it with the throttle. With the Cayman, with this 911, I feel like it's the perfect combination of the power that the BMW had and the nimbleness of the Cayman. And speaking of which, I've got two Caymans right in front of me. Both of them are 4-cylinder Caymans, which I quite adore, if I'm not gonna lie. Great on gas at the track, and a lot cheaper to insure. So let's talk about the handling feel. Again, track being newly repaved makes a difference. What I'm noticing, again, just like I did at Lime Rock, the suspension could be a little stiffer, so that's going to be a fun project for me over the winter, to tweak the suspension, give it more of a sportier feel. I would prefer less lean. I would also, as much as I like these seats, I think for events like these, I would love to have some sort of a bucket seat. I don't think I'll be going with a Porsche bucket because it's just ridiculously expensive. I was able to price out 2 Porsche carbon buckets. The lowest I was able to get was $14,000. $14,000 for a set of seats. No thank you. These seats are quite comfortable and quite grippy, but they're not as grippy as I would like them to be. Hold on, this guy's giving us a point price. Oh, come on. Thank you. That's a weird way to give a point buy on this side. All right, let's see if we can get more temperature in the wheels. So it's been very dry, so the curbs are definitely dry, so it's okay to use the curb. But given that it's cold, curbs have a lot less grip than the tarmac, so you probably still want to stay away from those curbs. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Let's get a little closer to the Cayman. Okay, we're gonna be offline here, and now we're starting to have some fun. I have to admit to something. I am having issues with Porsche's diverter valves. Essentially, they're releasing some turbo pressure at higher boost, so I'm getting loss of power. Apparently, it's a very common thing that happens with age. So APR has an upgraded set of diverter valves. We'll be replacing those over the winter. Again, Brian from Keys said I could get a set from him. He sells those. Absolutely a must, because in 3rd and 4th gear, when I'm driving between 5,000 and 6,000 RPM, there's all of a sudden a loss of power. Not a significant one, but there you go, it just happened. But it feels like something is broken. It's, you know, it is broken because there you go. Thank you, Cayman. Hard on the brakes. I was a little bit offline. Oh my God. Woo-hoo! Staying off curbs. So much fun. This person knows what he's doing. Check this out. TLG guards. 2 sessions in, I'm about to go to my 3rd one, and I noticed some chunking. Again, this is why dedicated track tires are a must. Well, these are my dedicated. It's just these are street tires. I should be able to last until the end of the day, but after this, we may have to trash these tires. Still lasted me many track sessions, so they did their job. But the next set will definitely be some proper hard compounds. Because of the fact that I'm getting some chunking in the back, I'm gonna have to skip the last session. But this is the front. That's what it looks like. Again, pretty good. And I've got to say, the outside wear, given the stock maxed out negative camber, I'm very happy with it. But then when you look at the back, I can turn the car off now. When you look at the back, I'm getting this chunking here, you see? All the way throughout the circumference of the tire. And it's getting a little bit too dangerous, only because I need to drive this car home 2.5 hours. So I don't want to risk it. I could absolutely get it done, although you do see some cords right here. So maybe I cannot get it done. So yeah, so this is it. It's not ashamed to skip the last session. I'd rather be safe than sorry, and I'd rather get home in one piece.